Lagi-lagi. Satu buat tertelengah. Oh.
Alright, bakal lihat. 1 point kill.
Di ba? Kailangan talaga nilang gawin yun. Pero si Miko, mamamatay for the second time. Reverb manipulation, si Boyd na magiging target. Nandun yung petrify play.
Level 14 sedikit. Satu level di bawah, tapi siapakah yang akan mendapatkan lotus karena sekarang Dream saya sudah mengetahui di mana pergerakan dari Kairi. Mereka masih menahan. Kairinya down. Dan Lordnya
Finally, the newest hero Arlott has made his debut and came up either as EXP laner or jungler in professional scenes. But for today, let's just focus on his EXP lane role. The current meta requires the EXP laners to usually become the second frontliner in the team. Therefore, most of Arlott users in MPL build him with defense items. However, imagine your team has a lineup with strong pickup potential, or it already has too many tanky heroes in jungler or roamer roles and your team lacks damage. Today, we will talk about why, when, and how to use either of Arlott's 2 roles depending on the situation. The fighter versus the assassin. But before we compare, let's quickly go through the basics of this hero. His passive, Demon Gaze, will leave a mark on his enemy which either appear every 8 seconds or if enemies, creeps or minions are affected by control effects. Bear in mind, not only is he seen by Arlott himself, but also by his teammates. This is the foundation of Arlott's mechanics, as the cooldown of his damage dealing second skill, Vengeance, will reset upon hitting marked targets while dealing double of the skill's damage and restoring him some HP. However, if Arlott hits an unmarked target with his second skill, its cooldown will not be reset and he could find himself in a tight spot as he has no other escape mechanism, similar to Lancelot's first skill or Joy's second skill if they miss the target. Let's start with fighter Arlott. As a fighter, Arlott is tasked to be the second frontliner and to create teamfight moments with his many stun-inducing skills. This is supported with either the fighter emblems such as Festival of Blood for more spell vamp or tank emblem like Conclusive Blast. But the potential of his tankiness also lies with his second skill as it restores HP upon hitting a marked target. This healing effect scales with his total HP, so the higher the extra HP gained from defense items, the more HP can be regained while also dealing consecutive damage. Even with only 1 damage item, you can pick off squishy heroes when the right skill combos are used. The drawback though of using fighter Arlott is not having high damage output, so initiating wars may not necessarily guarantee kills, and it might put yourself in a pinch as mentioned before, despite being sustainable. This is why we would recommend using Flicker to add an escape mechanism. On the side note, having Flicker provides more variety to his initiation methods. You can surprise enemies by closing the distance with Flicker and quickly using ult, or using the ult Flicker combo, but of course, use wisely. The Assassin Arlott has a different objective in the Land of Dawn. His main job is to pick off damage dealers by hook or by crook. He must purchase attack items that allow him to have high damage output and ambush squishy damage dealers in the backline. To match this burst damage, we would suggest using High Andrai Emblem on him to gain more damage on 1v1 battles. The best spell to complement the Assassin Arlott is Petrify, to not only prevent your target from fleeing, but also to reactivate your passive mark so you can use the second skill again. Using the spell and dealing the right combos would delete any lone enemy. However, as an assassin, you need to target enemies correctly and time your initiations properly, since he is not stable enough to stay in long team fights. Also, in the late game, the enemies would have built some defense item that would complicate your pick-off gameplay. But if you manage to pick off many enemies and snowball from early to mid-game, the game could end swiftly before the enemies have full items built. So that is the comparison between Arlott as fighter and as assassin. Other than the emblem and spell, we have also come up with our own build recommendations, but of course, subject to change based on the enemy lineup and gameplay. Let us know in the comments if we should make tips and tricks on using Arlott as jungler or with other better spells.
Thank you for watching this video. We're always looking forward to share you our tutorials, tips and tricks, and even reactions to some professional gameplays. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel to enjoy more of our content. See you in the next video. Namaste.